Mixed martial arts is a sport celebrated for its electrifying fights, larger-than-life personalities, and jaw-dropping moments. However, beyond the kicks and punches, the world of MMA has produced some of the most bewildering and what the F headlines in the realm of the sports. Welcome to the MMA Mayhem. Subscribe and let's dive in. These headlines have a unique ability to leave fans and the public both astounded and bewildered. In this article, we'll take you on a rollercoaster ride through the top 10 most inexplicable WTF MMA headlines to have ever graced the sport's headlines. From outrageous controversies to mind-bending surprises, these stories provide an intriguing glimpse into the captivating and sometimes utterly bizarre world of MMA. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg agree to hold cage fight in Silicon Valley. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, two of the world's wealthiest and most influential figures, were reportedly set to engage in a cage fight in Silicon Valley. The headline suggested the UFC might be involved in organizing this unconventional showdown. Both are worth a combined $357 billion. However, Musk's claims were merely whimsical musings, and the story never materialized. The mere thought of such a fight was intriguing, albeit highly improbable. The idea of tech titans battling in an MMA cage was a product of Musk's playful provocations. Santa Clara County, ex-UFC fighter Cain Velasquez arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. Former UFC fighter Cain Velasquez was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after attempting to shoot a man on bail for alleged sexual assault against one of his children. Velasquez missed his target and struck the accused's stepfather instead. He was taken into custody and charged with attempted murder. He spent 8 months in detention before being granted bail with a house arrest order. Despite the ordeal, Velasquez maintained his innocence and pleaded not guilty to all charges. His trial is scheduled to begin early next year. This incident serves as a reminder that life outside the cage can be filled with unexpected challenges and tragedies. Brooklyn. Tony Ferguson injured. Max Holloway steps up to challenge Khabib Nurmagomedov for the title. MMA fans were left in awe when a headline appeared on April's Fool's Day suggesting that the upcoming showdown between Tony Ferguson and Khabib Nurmagomedov was cancelled. The announcement was met with disbelief, as the rivalry had previously been cancelled. However, the headline was factual, and the news became even more surreal when Tony Ferguson injured himself during an interview. This unexpected turn of events highlights the unpredictable and dramatic nature of the sport, leaving the MMA community in suspense. The April Fool's joke turned into an actual headline highlighting the unpredictable nature of the sport. Albuquerque, UFC champ sought in hit and run. The headline, Albuquerque UFC champ sought in hit and run, highlights the unpredictable nature of MMA fighters, particularly Jon Jones. Jones was involved in a hit-and-run accident in Albuquerque, resulting in the injury of a pregnant woman with a broken arm. Jones fleeing the scene further exacerbated the situation. As a result, Jones was stripped of his UFC title and faced suspension, leaving a dark shadow over his career. Although Jones later turned himself in, the initial headlines about the incident left the MMA world in shock. Silicon Valley. WWE agrees to merge with the UFC to create new company run by Ari Emanuel and Vince McMahon. WWE and UFC, two major entertainment companies, have formed a new company called TKO, which includes both under its umbrella. The parent company of UFC, Endeavor, acquired WWE, raising questions about potential changes in the WWE world. However, the impact on UFC was minimal, with Dana White continuing to lead the organization. The merger demonstrates how the MMA and wrestling worlds can intersect unexpectedly, and the initial headline left fans and analysts buzzing. The ramifications of this merger may unfold in the future. Beverly Hills, WWE champ sought in hit and run. A headline that struck a chord with MMA fans. Beverly Hills WWE champ sought in hit and run added to the list of unexpected incidents involving fighters outside the octagon. This headline involved former UFC champion and WWE wrestler Brock Lesnar. Lesnar, known for his incredible wrestling skills and MMA career, faced accusations related to a hit-and-run incident in Beverly Hills. Details were initially scant, but the news raised eyebrows within the sports community. The WWE champion being sought in a hit-and-run case was a stark reminder that even the most formidable athletes could find themselves in legal turmoil. Ultimately, the legal proceedings determined Lesnar's fate, and the headline became a chapter in the book of unconventional stories surrounding MMA fighters. Kansas City, FBI involved in UFC betting probe. The FBI has been involved in a UFC betting probe involving James Krause, a renowned MMA fighter and betting podcast host. The case arose after Krause's opponent, suffering from an undisclosed knee injury, attracted significant wages before their fight. The FBI's involvement raised concerns about the integrity of betting within the UFC. Krause was suspended, and the incident led to a change in UFC policy prohibiting fighters and their associates from participating in any form of betting. This highlights the importance of maintaining the sport's integrity and preventing potential improprieties. Morocco. Lee Murray was brains behind £53 million circuitous robbery. The headline, Morocco, Lee Murray was brains behind £53 million circuitous robbery, revealed the true story of former UFC fighter Lee Murray, who was the mastermind behind the £53 million circuitous robbery, the largest cash heist in British history. Murray, known for knocking down Tito Ortiz in a street fight, fled to Morocco to evade the law but was ultimately apprehended and incarcerated. The headline highlighted the complex lives of MMA fighters and the potential involvement of fighters in real-world criminal activities. It also highlighted the blur lines between life inside the cage and the potential involvement of fighters in real-world criminal activities. Makachkala. Habib signs 5-year UFC contract. This headline raised eyebrows and sparked intrigue among MMA fans, as it initially appeared that Habib, an influencer, had signed a 5-year contract with the UFC. The announcement of this partnership was made through an Instagram post by Habib, which has since been deleted. The promotional nature of the announcement generated significant viral buzz, as it initially suggested that Habib was transitioning from an influencer to an MMA fighter. However, the reality of the partnership was far less dramatic. Habib signed a promotional contract and introduced a range of merchandise on the UFC website. While the announcement was intriguing, it demonstrated the power of promotional campaigns and the ability to generate curiosity within the MMA community. Vegas. UFC fighter fired after breaching Fight Island's bubble. A headline that left MMA fans scratching their heads. Vegas. UFC fighter fired after breaching Fight Island's bubble highlighted the unique circumstances surrounding the organization's efforts to continue hosting events during the pandemic. Fight Island, established by the UFC in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, was designed to maintain strict safety protocols to prevent infections among fighters and staff. One of these measures included authorized wristbands that designated individuals as cleared to enter the facilities. However, UFC fighter Atman A. Zatar made headlines by breaching the Fight Island bubble. Zatar handed his authorized wristband to an unauthorized individual who managed to infiltrate the secure facilities. Moreover, this individual went to great lengths to deliver a mysterious bag to Zatar's hotel room, navigating a series of hotel balconies to do so. As a result of this incident, Atman A. Zatar was promptly fired from the UFC. The contents of the bag: potatoes. The bizarre and inexplicable nature of the incident left fans bewildered, highlighting the unexpected twists that can occur in the world of MMA. Thank you for watching. Follow for more.